welcome to all my Planet Zoo people, guys. Welcome back to the It's Clouds channel. Today we are bringing you guys the very first showcase for our very first Planet Zoo challenge. That is right, we gave you guys 1 month to complete your first build challenge and get those up on the workshop, and the time has officially come to get those spotlights and showcases underway, and at the end of this video we'll bring you guys our results. Let's get right into it. Alright y'all, leading the charge on this one with our very first entry, we have the one and only NH99, who has brought us his Asian-inspired diorama. This thing is landscaped out, has foliage all throughout it, and just looks absolutely stellar. We're going to walk around through this in our Explorer camera here. First, get a little view at everything. Got our little monkeys here hanging out. I don't remember their names, I apologize. And just look at this, everybody. Just this terrain work, this foliage work, absolutely beautiful stuff going on here as we cross this bridge and come around. This whole thing is pathed all the way through to this side, so you get a great perspective of just absolutely everything. And as to be expected, I mean, it's an NH99 build, so, you know, we all knew what he could do in Planet Coaster. We all saw the work over there. I don't think it's any surprise that we come over to Planet Zoo, and he's just absolutely taken off right out the gate, coming up with a really, really cool creation like this. We'll go up here to this little landing spot and take a quick peek out over, and then I'll get you guys a little close-up shots and cinematics of some different things. But yeah, guys, this is the first one up on our list here by NH99 with his Asian-inspired diorama. Alright, let's get a little fly around to this thing here, take a peek at it in the snow, because it looks absolutely stellar any time of year, any weather pattern. I've looked at this thing in the rain, which we will do next. I've looked at this thing at night. It's well lit. Absolutely stellar with this, guys. I just want to do a few pan arounds of this, get everybody a really good view of what we've got going on here. For a diorama, there's so much packed into one spot, especially with the elevation of that waterfall there behind us. Just an absolutely awesome build here. We are, just to get a couple shots of this thing in the rain, y'all, with this beautiful Asian-inspired tower here. I love the architecture and design work on this, again, with this terrain and rock work coming down the hill here, and this perfectly formed path leading all the way through the build up there to your little pagoda, maybe that's what it's called. We'll go with it. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But again, guys, NH99 build, we can't expect anything less than this. And one last look here at night of this absolutely beautiful creation, everybody. It's so well lit up from that tower all the way into the tree line here with our cherry blossom trees, up the waterfall, and then over to the other side here. Absolutely stellar any time of day, guys. Hop onto the workshop, thumbs up, download this, check it out for yourselves. This is NH99's Asian-inspired diorama, everybody. Up next, everybody, we have the Reptile Room on Xbox by Heavy Shield Down. We get to utilize the functionality here where Xbox and PlayStation can be viewed on the same console. Absolutely beautiful. So we come across this covered bridge here. Looks like that's all custom done. Very nice there on that. We come down and we make our way through our little walk path here to the Reptile Room over here, which is a nice little area where we've got a bunch of different reptile exhibits here. You've got your staff building over to the side. Maybe we'll go take a look at that here in just a second. But coming on in here, I like the brick choice that you've gone with. I like the color aesthetic that you've gone with here. It's all very quaint, very simple. It's not overdone. It's not too drawn out to the point that it looks silly. Got a couple of our different little exhibit animals in here, some snakes and things like that, it looks like. So this is very nice. I like how this has kind of become the centerpiece of the room with these dual enclosures here, side by side with one another. Over here, what do we got? We got some Crocodilius porosus, as Planet Zoo peeps would like to say here. I don't see our friend in here, but I'm assuming he's in the water. Maybe we'll get a shot of that enclosure here before we leave in just a bit. And over here, it's looking like we got us a Komodo dragon enclosure. All right, this is very cool as well. We'll go in there and get a little peek at that. But here's the main part of the building, everybody. This is the entry point to the reptile room. Here we are. We can give everybody a better shot here at Sir Crocodilius, as the Planet Zoo peeps like to call him. Get a little look at his enclosure here. Really digging this. Very simple, very elegant, very nicely done. Oh, we got another Crocodilius back there chilling in the corner. All right, I love it. And while we're here, we'll grab a look at this Komodo dragon enclosure as well. Same as the crocodile, very simple, very nicely done, not too drawn out, not too crazy, kept it very, very clean. I like it. And just for measure, everybody here, we're going to get a rainy nighttime shot of this build as well. Look at this thing. It looks like it's kind of tucked away inside the forest a little bit there. Looking super, super cool. So we're going to go get a little look down in here just from the inside at night to check out the lighting. It's only fair that we try to do these with our builds here. So there it is, y'all, with the rain pouring down the glass windows into the enclosures and the night lighting up and running. Very beautiful creation. Thank you so much for doing this, Heavy. Really appreciate it, man. We're going to move right on to our next one, y'all. Our list here, we have the yin and yang leopard habitat being brought to us by Terrius Cart 250, aka Paul Demew in the Discord, everybody. And I cannot wait to get down into this one. This thing is absolutely beautiful from this aerial shot, as you can see, with this nice yin and yang symbol planted right into the center here. So let's get right on into this thing and check it out. On into this enclosure here. We are going to pretend that we are a zookeeper so we can go in and get a proper look at the yin clouded leopard side of this build. And the moment you walk in, good usage here of your rock work, your foliage, your terrain work. It's not all just flat and boring. You've got some elevation, some depth to things. Here's one of our little guys. That might be a baby, because I know some of our clouded leopards over here are a little chunkier, so that might be a small one. Yeah, there we go. There's a big boy. Look at me, chunk. Well, look at that one. He's a thick boy. All right, I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun with this, guys. This is beautiful. I absolutely love this. We're going to walk through a little bit here, give you guys a proper look at it, and then we'll go to the other side of the wall where we're going to have our leopards over on the yang side over there. Really cool on this side. Really, really liking this. We'll get a look at this in different weather elements. Maybe take a peek at it at night, too, here. Cold Sore OMG with planet LV-1207, and his description here reads, in the late 23rd century, space exploration had reached new heights. The Cold Sore Corporation, or CSC, initiated the Planetary Plant and Animal Relocation Program, codenamed the PAR. You are a CSC inspector on your first assignment. Departed from the nearest subspace station to arrive at 0500 hours to the life-viable outpost on LV-1207. After a distress call, scheduled radio contact with the Shepherd was lost 3 days ago. You are tasked with investigating the outpost and checking on the welfare of its animals. You are to report back to station in 24 hours to get the message back to the CSC headquarters. LV-1207 statistics. CSC Shepherd's time served 2 years, 7 months, and 5 days. His history, formerly a hybrid planet research facility 38 years prior. The atmospheric conditions are optimal with trace amounts of elevated N2O and gravity fluctuations. The seismic activity is moderate. The water supply is in abundance. The power is at 83% functional, with indigenous life being inclusive. Proceed with caution. You are cleared to land at level 1207 Sector A. Right, let's get into it. After one hell of a description there and a lot of breathing exercise to get through that entire thing, we're going to get into cold source creation here on LV-1207, everybody. We got the Clouds 600 incoming message. Welcome to Planetary Relocation CSC. Life Viable 1207 Sector A. Ingress Protocol 3 inspection. Make your way to the outpost, execute lockdown, stick to the paths, stay off the moors, continue the investigation in clear daylight, and report back. The dropship will return in 2400 hours. There it is, everybody. We're going to get right into this thing, give it a quick peek around here. I know there's some different signage and descriptions and things in here. This is a bit of a storytelling creation, so we're going to go check all that out. I'm going to pop up here into our operator booth. Climb on up in, see what we got here. Very, very crafty with some of the work here that's being done. A lot of just so well-designed custom things that I'm already seeing here. This had to have taken quite some time. Looking very layered back there. I see some lights off in the distance as well. We will kick the lights on and get a look around as well, everybody. Cold Sore did mention to me, though, that we should check this thing out at night until we get up to the outpost, and then we should go from there and kick the lights on. So we're just going to walk around for a second while we take our time getting there and listen to some of this ambiance, everybody. We are at the outpost. We'll get a quick little pan around of this. Look at this very modern, very space age kind of look to it. Really, really cool design on this building overall. Everything's super custom with the detailing on it here. Very nice. Here we have an enclosure for some kind of what appears to be alien life form up here. Maybe they were taking care of this thing. Maybe it was natural to the planet. Maybe it's been transported from another planet here. We have the LV-438 specimen, so it looks like maybe this was brought over from another planet and brought here. Very cool little custom enclosure there. We have come across a firearm here. It says restricted access, lethal use must be authorized, but it does appear that maybe there was a second firearm up here on one of the racks. It does appear that maybe there's one missing, so there might be one currently in use somewhere. Build here in what I would assume is the living quarters. We've got some more custom cabinetry here, a little bed made. We've got what I can only assume is our little gauges and meters telling us what's going on out there in the solar system. Very, very good custom work done here. Let's see what we got back here. Checklist incomplete, plant atmospheric normal. Power loss, holding pen 1, seismic activity moderate, relocation caretaker is missing, asset AB32 signal has been lost, and the proximity alert, indigenous threat has been detected here on the planet. That is probably not a good thing, everybody. As we go through, we're going to try to kind of piece together what happened here. We can see that this cage door over here, this enclosure, looks like it's been broken in. So not something breaking out, which is interesting to note, because that does seem like maybe something on this planet wanted whatever was in that enclosure and not so much whatever was in the enclosure wanted out, which brings a whole new perspective to what could potentially be on this planet. And if it's kicking in gates like that, it could be a potential and serious threat, as it did say threat was detected. We were getting a little bit of lag here with this. I do apologize. I'm not sure what's going on, but, you know, Planet Zoo problems out the gate day one. It wasn't quite optimized correctly, so we get that from time to time. Hopefully Frontier will fix that in the future. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're going to make our way across here, follow some of the pathing, and see if we can maybe locate our guy that was on the planet who was supposed to be taking care of stuff here. Looks like our pathing may wrap around that way. I'm not sure. We might be off the path. It said not to go off the path, but that's what we're doing regardless. What do we got here? There's our. It looks like there's our missing gun. Okay, we've got look like a cowboy or adventurer hat here and a lantern. So maybe our guy fell from the top of this thing here. Maybe he was eaten by whatever came out of that enclosure, or broke into, I should say. I'm not entirely sure. I know Cold Sword did mention that he somewhere around here had a couple little secrets going on, things we could discover. So before we head out of this one, I do want to take a look through some of these trees, because I think there was something kind of hidden over here. Taking a little second to get around and look for it, though. We found it. It looks like what is going to be a steaming pile of buffalo, I would assume, since I've seen one of those walking around here, and it appears the other is missing. So it looks like something's definitely busted loose and eaten one of our buffalo, and potentially our caretaker as well. It's kind of up to you guys to decide. Did the caretaker die in that landslide back there, or was the landslide caused by the seismic activity due to what was on this planet eating the buffalo? But there it is, y'all. There is Cold Sore's build LV-1207. It's part of a series that he's going to be working on. I'm excited to see this, everybody. Super, super cool build. Thank you, Cold Sore. We're going to move right on into the next one. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this episode. Stay tuned for part 2 coming at you guys very soon, followed by our winners announcement with our first, second, and third place winners for the first build challenge, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who took part in this. I cannot wait for the next one, and I will see you guys on part 2 here real soon. Stay tuned, everybody.